Hey Canada, we need to talk. As mentioned in my last video, my immigration journey was delayed due to the pandemic. The worldwide situation put so many lives on hold, but when it comes to immigration, it got even worse. And not many people are talking about it, so let's change that. You see, during the pandemic, Canada closed all its borders and thus suspended immigration. This was somewhat justifiable to fight the spread of the virus. Not only immigrants, but also business owners and many others were left in limbo. But then, with the distribution of the vaccines and the reopening of Canada's borders, the pause of immigration didn't make sense anymore. However, Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, in short IRCC, decided still not to process outland immigration applications. The elephant in the room is the radio silence from Canada's authorities. They refuse to answer any questions on our files, let alone giving a time estimate. I've been waiting for 2 years already to get my visa, but waiting is not the main problem. The uncertainty is. You see, we all put our lives on hold. Thousands of applications for permanent residency were approved, but their visas were held back, first due to the travel restrictions and then due to no apparent reason. IRCC refuses to give any explanation. Since our files have been approved, many of us started preparing for our move. Like me, many cancelled their job, but over a year later after our approval, we are still waiting with no end in sight. I have a financial cushion due to my savings. Others are not that lucky and face more difficult challenges. For example, they had to decide on whether to enroll their child in school, even though they are gonna move soon. Especially for young kids, their lives were put in huge limbo. Due to the insane uncertainty, many immigrants suffered from anxiety, depression and stress. There is no way of planning your life if you are sitting on your packed luggage waiting for your visa to start a new life in Canada. What's even more depressing is when an officer from IRCC refuses to answer any questions on our approved files. So if any Canadian politician is watching this, please decide on how to proceed with approved outland immigration files. At least give us an estimate time so we can plan our lives again. As for my journey, after quitting my job in Germany, I scored a job with a company in British Columbia. The immigration program I'm approved for was designed for exactly that. The Federal Skilled Worker Program through Express Entry is meant to fill the lack of skilled workers with economic immigrants. So I thought the job offer should result in my visa being issued soon. But boy, was I wrong. IRCC didn't even care about the job offer, nor did they care about the vacancy that I would be filling. IRCC just replied that they are not answering any questions that are not about people in crisis situation like Afghan refugees. I'm hoping that Canada will learn from their mistakes and improve its immigration system. You can't advertise as a humanitarian and immigration-friendly nation when in fact you confuse those two. The Canadian authorities purposefully put skilled immigrants into limbo. Other places like all of the EU are not better in those matters. Refugees should not be confused with economic immigrants. You should never mix those two topics as Canada did. Anyway, after months back and forth, I lost my job offer because the company in BC needed to fill the vacancy urgently, so they started looking for other candidates in Canada. Without a work permit, I couldn't do anything about it. Since it's in my nature to take things into my own hands, I decided to fly to Canada as a tourist. I will volunteer at Aspen Valley Wildlife Sanctuary to help wildlife in need. This is not a job and all unpaid, but I'm a person of action. I want to make the best out of it and do what matters the most to me. I will be a wildlife rescue volunteer in Ontario for a few months. I hope that by the end of my volunteer term, the Canadian immigration authorities finally got their shit together and figured out how to process their files in a timely manner. I can't imagine how bad the situation for refugees must be if they are treated in a similar manner. I've read in articles that Afghan refugees are facing similar issues as all other immigrants, even though they are supposed to be prioritized. This is the dark side of the Canadian immigration system. I'm hoping that the situation will be fixed soon. Until then, I will focus on caring for wildlife here in Canada. Subscribe and leave a like to this channel. I will provide updates on my volunteer term and on how you can help wildlife and nature in my upcoming videos. So stay tuned. See you then.